No, what the shit? Oh, really? We're gonna be like this then, aren't we? Hello everyone, that's a very rude way. Oh, and YouTube's just gonna freeze. Just what I needed right now. It is just wonderful. Change. Now we should have this week's thumbnail on now, because I put last week's Division 1 thumbnail on. And if it's not on, then we are screwed. Everything's being really slow today apparently, I wish I knew why. But anyway, hello everyone, sorry for the delayed start on the stream, it's been a weird one. Go away, man. Why do you always do this? You literally don't press copy and it automatically copies to your clipboard. I didn't click that button, did I? Oh, now you're just not going to show anything, are you? Trying to put the stupid stream link up is ridiculous now. There we go. You're gonna work now. Thank you. Anyway, hello. If anyone's actually watching. Don't think it wants to work. Well, this is just a bit ridiculous, I must say. I really don't understand why Try Drive just putting people on div, you know, put reserves that aren't div 1 pace. It's a bit ridiculous. Oh well. Anyway. I think we're about ready. I'm not sure. Let's go make sure everyone's ready. It is the penultimate round for Division 3. Sick Individuals is making his debut. He's prepared, he's filling over at Helix. Yeah, we didn't let Lucas race, but it's not our fault they're too quick, but yeah, Lucas literally wasn't allowed to race today because I was trying to get Lucas to race. The championship battle going down to the end then. 24 points in it. Alpha Pino can secure it all today. Cam West needs to outscore Alpha Pino by 6 points. Sorry, by 7 points to keep it going. The qualifying event is the penultimate round of the season. Interlagos at dawn. Look at the beautiful sunrise up in the distance here at Sao Paulo. With the championship reaching its climax. It's going to be a good one. Is everyone just leaving the pits? Phil is filling in. Lucas isn't racing. We didn't let him race simply for the fact that a guy that's Div 1 shouldn't be allowed in. But it is a lot quicker than a lot of Div 1 shouldn't be allowed. The championship battle on the line, like we were saying. There's a bit of jostle for position going on. Huber's got a fairly big gap. Yeah, I accidentally put the Laguna Seca one on. Let's have a look then. That has a nice livery on Sick Individual's car, I must say. Where is... Here's Joseph. Joseph's P7. Oh, yes. The Jason 50. It's a nice tribute. But anyway, round the final turn. Then I don't know any corner names around Interlagos. They're all in Portuguese. But Interlagos was one of the best races on the F1 calendar. It was actually a really good race. Last time out we was here in Season 1. We've changed up a bit though. We've made it not a night race, we've made it a morning race. But I know the CNRSs, which BBR Huber is coming up towards now then. Turns 1, 2 and 3. Very hard to get it right through the Germans into the pit lane. They're going on to the mediums. Alpha Pino, he's also coming through the CNRSs and he'll just have to take evasive action. Look crazy, he's cutting a bit of the corner there. Pushing track limits as much as he can. Cam West needs a good weekend. He's also pushing it as much as he can. PX4's gone off at the CNRS. Alpha Pino will let his teammate and championship rival go ahead and down towards turn 4. Ricky's going to get past Not Crazy, and that might also hold up Cam West, it seems, as they come up through 4 and 5 up towards turn 6 then. Turn 6 and 7, Cam West going to get a bit of a tow up towards the corner, but through dirty air. It's now going to impact him a fair bit. It's Not Crazy, just holding Cam West up a bit. But he's also on an outlapper as they come through 8. Cam can't find his way through, and this is just... Is that already been written off, I must say. There is Ricky actually letting him through at the end, so all of that for nothing. But BBR Huber so far is actually bringing a nice gap, having a clean lap. Phil, this is an arts livery on his Mercedes. He's got a Budweiser livery. How cool is that? Sick Individuals, I must say, this is my favourite livery. Sick Individuals making his league racing debut, I believe. So he's quite excited then. Final turn, turn 15, I believe, for BBR Huber. Just a little kink. Huge banking, keeping it tight to 1:33.3. So that's actually not a fast lap. Not Crazy, he's going purple up towards the line. He goes top. Alpino goes further back. Cam West, he goes third. Ricky 1:36. PX4 up towards the line. And it's Not Crazy on provisional pole for 1:32. So he's not at the best of seats. Not been at the top in terms of any fights, but right now he's setting a good pace. Phil goes third. That's brilliant from him. Schrager in the other BRT car around the final turn up towards the line. He will then go third, and it's a BRT 3 and 4. Joseph, he starts his flying lap, and Sick Individuals then, it will be his first flying lap in league racing. His first official quali lap then. Through the CNRSs goes the German. It's going to be interesting to see his pace here. The tyre's scrubbing a bit there. Which means he's wrestling the car a bit. He might have traction control on. Which isn't a bad thing, but the provisional pole man then. Not Crazy, bit shaky. Coming through turn 9, I think that was. Coming through 10, but he's got 11, 12 and 13. Not Crazy. Got some traffic for Alpino up ahead. Now Alpino, he's currently down in 6th. Not Crazy currently behind then. BBR Huber. He will come across. Will he be improving the slap run through the final turns? Just a little kink. He's keeping it tight again. Looks like he's improving. It was a slow lap from him. He goes provisional top then. So 1:31. Alpino, what can he do? He will go second. Then there's Ricky to the top. Then Cam will go second. 7 tenths gap though Ricky has as Alpino adventures down the escape road. A 1:30.6 for Ricky. PX4 will improve. but that will keep him down in 8th. Not crazy, he gets dropped down then. Phil, he will not improve on that lap. And Shregu, he's currently down in 6th up towards the line. He won't improve, he's 3/10 off. There's Joseph setting a 1:31, and then sick individuals are 1:31.0 then. We'll put him second, 4/10 ahead of Cam West, who needs to find all these extra cars ahead of him. BBR Huber currently up in 4th. If Cam can at least get onto the front row of the grid, that'll be good, and that'll really help his chances of outscoring Alfa Pino. That's all Huber drifting all the way through turn 8. He's gonna, well, that's gonna be this set of tyres done as there's 4 minutes left in the session, and that's, again, is he purposefully drifting around? I don't know. There's the provisional pole man against the first provisional pole man from the first set of laps. Not crazy though, does have a penalty he's got to get rid of, but so this lap won't even count. Ricky though, caught up in a bit of traffic. I don't think he'll be improving on this one, but he does have some clean air. And he's in a squabble. He comes into the pits then actually. We'll see other people come into the pits. Sick individuals currently going purple. Cam West, he probably will also pit this lap. No, he does not. So he's not going to be taking fresh rubber. PX4 improves. That'll keep him down in 8th though. He's getting on the grass there through turn 1, keeping him a bit shaky. This is going to impact. Oh, Alfa Pino, as his lap's ruined. There's a bit of contact there as the American. Bit of a mistake from him. Huber and Ricky into the pits. Joseph goes 6th. There's a comment there though from Alfa Pino. Not too impressed with what PX4 did there. I must say, when you make a mistake like that, it really is courteous to give them space, but the ones in the pits do all have time to come out and get another lap. There's a significant advantage when both night shift cars have not decided to pit, so they'll be using worn rubber. They'll have a light car, but their tyres are getting worse, I must say. So we're going to have less grip, and this is a circuit where you need grip, and it's early days. It's an early morning race. There's not going to be much grip around here, I must say. Alfa Pino very twitchy coming out of 13 through, or as he comes through 12, I think that was. I've tied up a track map in a minute. No, it was 13. Alfa Pino's getting the toe off of his teammate. He won't be improving well. He did have that mistake early on. Cam won't improve either. Last lap, couple tenths off, so we'll have 2 more laps left. But it's at this point now where his tyres are at that stage where there's no going back. BBR Huber's getting some fresh rubber, and I'm sure he'll be able to find that. He's got less than a tenth he needs to find on Cam West to put himself into 3rd. I'm sure he'll be able to do that. Joseph will improve into 5th though, knocking Alfa Pino down. And anyone else further back wants to try and improve, that'll be helpful then to the Brett of Cam West, Shregu. He also hasn't pitted, and his lap time's now really not improving. Phil the File, he's on an out lap. He has got fresh rubber, and he'll go onto his final flying lap. Doesn't need to find much actually to beat Shregu. 17 milliseconds. Ricky, he's coming through the middle sector then. Very technical this bit. This is where you're going to find most of the time. Through turn 8, Ricky goes. It's really tricky through that 6, 7, 8 section, especially in a GT3 car, because you just don't have as much downforce as a F1 car, keeping yourself planted. It's so easy to get yourself just running wide when getting a track limits penalty. Charge driver running 1 and 4. Halleck's running 2nd and 5th as well. That's something to know. Joseph's coming around final turn. I don't think he'll get another lap in. Cam, he will improve. He will have 1 more lap. It bridges the gap to BBR Huber of what he needs to improve, but at the same time, he's not finding places which he needs to. Alfa Pino, though, didn't improve. Had sick individuals off down of a barrier at turn 4. Ricky will improve further with a 130.1, stretching down towards the 129 region. They all have 1 more lap to go at as well. Phil's picked himself up a penalty in his final lap, so he won't be improving. He's down a lot anyway, so Phil's right down the order, an elusive Fridge up towards flying for his final flying lap. Will he find some time? A 1:35.2 is really slow, and he brushes the barrier there as well. He won't be improving. Sick Individuals, he won't be improving as he had parked down at turn 4. There's BBR Huber off, so he won't be improving either. Joseph is the only person I can really think will find any time, but his tyres are quite spent now. I don't think he's going to find enough time to even pass Huber, who's not far up the road. Alpha Pino, bit deep through turn 11. This comes up towards the tricky Zhongshao section, I believe this is. Even with a Toye, he's 2 tenths down, and there's not much time you can really find. You need a good exit here, and yeah, doing a bit of a wheelie there. It's really not going to help him. So, Cam West, he has had a bit of help here, I must say. Qualifying in 3rd, and he probably could have found a bit more time. What's the gap between himself and Sick Individuals? He could have probably found that on some fresh tyres. BBR Huber's got damage. Everyone else looking like they're going to improve. No, no one's going to be improving. Well, Joseph does actually improve and go 4th. So, a bland qualifying session, and they're wondering why we didn't really want Ricky and Lucas in. But we're unfair that a guy is 8 tenths off the next best car. We're the unfair ones there. Anyway. Unsurprisingly then, Ricky is on pole for his 2nd race. Sick Individuals is 2nd on his debut. Cam West in 3rd. Joseph 4th. Huber 5th. Alpino down in 6th. Not Alpino's championship fight. But with a 24-point lead, he won't necessarily be too worried. Not crazy in picks 4 on road 4, round out the top 8. Lights are on then. We're about to be racing here at Interlagos. And there goes the lights, and it's a good start by Alpino. I must say, a lot of wheel spin from Joseph up ahead, and Alpino's already up into 4th. Cam West has got himself up in 2nd with a good start. Alpino's going to try and send it down the inside, and he's hitting Sick Individuals. And it's a bit of a domino effect then, as Alpino's going to get himself up to 2nd, and Cam West, a bit of bad blood, cuts the corner massively. But it's a risky move there by Alpino, pinballing into his championship rival and his teammate. That's a bit of bad blood, and that's not really the most sporting thing there at the start. BBR Huber's trying to find the time back. He's trying to get himself back up into 5th. He's dropped down the order. Joseph's down in 8th. Phil's up into 9th. There's cars going off all the way through. Rick's already pulled a big lead. Alpha Pino, Cam West. Cam's trying to find his way back through on his teammate, who pushed him off near enough at turn 1. Not crazy, he's up into 4th. I think that's Shregu going wide in the background. Sick Individual's fallen down to 5th as Huber's getting very close to the back of him. Joseph and Shregu going out for the final points spots. Phil and PX4, that's PX4 taking a very wide line through turn number 9 as they climb back up the hill. Down through 12 up towards 13, then Ricky the Dutchman. And then the 2 night shift cars, not crazy for Phantom Racing up the inside. Huber thinks Bowler doesn't quite go for the move. It's very risky there. Sick Individuals on the mediums, trying to do the mediums first. Alpha Pino then, he's currently in 2nd after starting down 6th. Cam West stays 3rd at the end of lap 1. Cam not actually talking about slipstream, I don't understand, but if Cam is going to try and find a bit of a move here. Alpha Pino goes deep and he just takes to the escape road and he completely cuts the corner. Now, will he get a penalty for that? Cam's going to get his way through, yeah, 1.5 seconds. Let's actually have a quick look then at the start. What happened here? We're right on board with Alpha Pino. Building up the revs. There's a massive amount of wheel spin from Joseph up ahead. Whoever's in 5th didn't have the best of start either. Cam's getting a good run on 2 Sick Individuals. And down the inside, Sick Individuals then. Cam just pushes. Was there contact further back? I can't tell. Was there contact further back onto Cam? No, sorry, onto Alpino. So if we look further back, did anyone actually hit Alpino in the back? Did Joseph maybe push him a bit? broke really early, yeah, and then there was contact at the back there. Joseph did push him through, which kind of span his teammate. Alpine though, big chunk of penalty. .3 seconds already, but as it stands, Alpine will be taking the title. But as it stands, down towards turn 4, Alpino's it's gonna be a good opportunity to get a lot of his penalty off as he's setting purple first sector. He doesn't really, he wants to stay close to the back of Cam, but the slipstream, he can't keep his way up there, not crazy. Currently in 4th though, being hunted down by BBR Huber, then the 2 Germans, sick individuals, and Joseph 6th and 7th. Shregu 8th, PX4 9th, and Phil 10th, and there'll be Fridge all the way down in 11th. Shregu hasn't had one of his worldy starts, I must say, that we used to seeing from him, but so far it's not too bad. Missing the apex a bit, going a bit deep into 9, that allowed PX4 to close up a bit. Back up in front, 2.1 seconds is, or 2.2, constantly going off. That's just the pace of Ricky against these Div 3 cars. He is so good. How many points does Alpine need for the championship? All I know is Cam needs to outscore Alfa Pino by 6 points to keep the title going. Taken a few temps out of 130.7 last lap. Cam was finding the pace. There's only 1 temp slower than Ricky last lap. It's just through this middle section he seems to lose all the timers, especially when Alpino is very close to the back of him. With these penalties as well, 2.6 seconds worth of penalty for Alfa Pino already, and this squabbling as Huber's already ditched Alfa Pino, or is he's already ditched? How many you get? 12 for second, 10 for third. Huber's already ditched, not crazy. As PX4 getting past Shregu as well. Shregu's on the inside line, coming up through 10 and 11. Shregu does have a big chunk of penalty for PX4. Getting hugged in by the curb there. The car very much got swung around. But here's where the championship battle lies then. Cam leading Alfa Pino out of these 2, but it's not leading. He needs to do more than just lead. Who's on what tyre? That's a very good question. Sauce for Ricky, sauce for Cam, as that's Alfa Pino going deep into 2 again and cutting the corner more. Now Alfa Pino having a big problem with the center S's there, and yeah, 4.1 seconds, he's keep getting more of a penalty. And I don't know why he's going defensive like this. He needs to get his penalty rid of, instead of trying to pass his teammate. But sauce for Alfa Pino, sauce for Huber, sauce for Not Crazy, mediums for Joseph, mediums for sick individuals. So mediums for both Helixes, Shregu, PX4, and Fridge on the medium. So Fridge and both Helix cars on mediums. Everyone else on the softs. Cam's only got rid of all of his penalty, but Alfa Pino is still getting 4 seconds worth. A penalty in, I don't know if he's just missing his braking point going into the center S's, going into turn 1, but he's losing more time than he's gaining. And it's costing these 2 as well, because the race win's going up ahead. Now, it's also hurting Alfa Pino's fuel and tyres, trying to go for these moves, whilst he's got this 4 second. He's going to go for it down towards turn number 1, around the outside. Cam's going to have to try and go. And Cam's going to go deep. He's going to keep it back on the track. That's very good defending skills. Cut to the inside line. Holds it nicely around the outside. Pino's going to try and go though. Round turn 3 onto the long back straight, then down towards turn 4. Cam's going to have to tuck into the slipstream, but he's close enough. He's already, you can see, he's got the momentum. He's gaining over 150 miles an hour down towards the braking zone. There's a bit of contact, but around the outside, that move almost looked too easy for Cam as he runs wide on the exit of 4 through 5. That might be a half-second penalty added on there. Pino around the outside through turn 6. That might be risky. Cam's got the inside line. I'm going to try and force it side by side. Cam's a bit shaky there. Alpino goes very wide through 7. Then 8 they come. Alpino can't quite find enough movement, enough momentum down the inside, but down the inside at 9 he's going to have it. But then Cam's going to fight back. He's going to have the inside line and through 10 and 11. There's a bit of contact. They're really pushing each other around the outside of turn 11. Alpino's going to try and go. Cam getting his elbows out front, and Alpino's just going to have to back out as they come down towards Zhengzhou. He doesn't need 2 more points. Who said he needs 2 more points? You lot can't do math. He doesn't need 2 points. Alright. Cam needs to outscore Alpha Pino by 6 points to keep the battle going. 2 points. Right, if he outscores him by 2 points, then yeah, he's gonna be well above the 18 points anyway. There's a 24-point gap. You get 18 in a weekend. Right now, Cam just needs to hope Alpha Pino's adventures down at turn 1 puts him in the barrier. I think the only way we're seeing Cam now have a bit of a miracle, we know that the Helix boys are on a different strategy. But I'm guessing we're just kind of hoping now that Alpha Pino's a spin, get some engine damage somewhere, something, right, something. The 2 bonus points has already gone. It's not that dire to do a Shumi hill move. It's not. Pino's got enough of a gap that he could have actually missed a race and the championship would still be going on. But he can get it today. Further up the order, Huber's not gaining. There's a nice battle here though for 5th. There's not crazy under pressure from the Helix boys, both on the mediums as they try and cut their way up through the field. Covers the inside line of 13, but it's a nice switchback there by Joe, so he's going to find his way through. Sick Individual's going to try and get some momentum and claw his way back through as well. It's not going to be close enough, not crazy. He's on the back of the German. He might be able to go and find a move in that Aston, I believe it is. Round the outside is going to try and go. Aston versus Porsche. You know, it's going to have the better straight line speed up towards the center S's Van. Joe's going to have the inside line, but not crazy with the momentum. Softer compound as well for not crazy. As Joseph goes deep, not crazy, will find it back. Sick Individual's trying to find his way back through there. In 7th, he's taking a bit of a wide line, getting off the curb, trying to just get those wheels turning, get some momentum in that car. He's in the BMW M6. Joseph on the back of not crazy again as they come down towards turn number 4. I think Sick Individual's just waiting for an accident to happen here so he can collect the pieces. There's a bit of contact at the back. That's just going out, not crazy to go through, and Sick Individual's now closed up to the back of his teammate as they run up towards turn 6. This will be an interesting overtaking spot. Sick Individual taking the preferred racing line around the outside. It's not going to be close enough. It's not really a viable move. Bit wide on the apex for Sick Individuals as well. Joseph got a lot of momentum, tried to find a bit of switchback. I think that was a bit of contact. He pushed not crazy a bit wide then, and he finds his way through. Sick Individual's now trying to find his way through on not crazy. Bit of oversteer, bit twitchy, had to save it. Is he now? Tries to find a bit of a switchback. There's the gap, and he finds that's a brilliant move there by the German on debut. Up at turn 11 as he's going to try and close the gap back down to his teammate. Cam's bridging a bit more of a gap to his teammate Alpha Pino, who's still getting more penalties. Now is it down at the center S's? Well, so far to keep the championship battle alive, we'll need to actually outscore him by 7 points. So it'll go down to 17 points for gap. If my math serves me correct, yes, my math does. So far, Cam will be gaining 2 points on him. And everyone's saying, whoever said that Pino needs to outscore Cam by 2 points to get the title, Cam can get these 2 extra points and the gap will be 22 points. So whoever did that math needs to go back to school, because that math is terrible. I don't know who's doing what kind of math, I don't know who's going what kind of points, but no. That's terrible. Because on that logic you're saying if Cam outscores him at all, the championship battle continues. No. Currently, Cam getting 12 points, it would need him to finish down in 5th. So actually, with these penalties going on, if Huber can actually have a good strategy and manage his fuel and tyres. Huber has the advantage, Cam's really suffering on fuel though, not being conservative at all, but Huber's gaining a massive amount. And here is the Helix boys also doing a brilliant job. Now if these lot can find some time, especially when everyone else is on the medium stint, if Pino has an accident, anything can happen. Anything can happen. "15 minutes into the race, it's been a relatively quiet one, I must say. Can try beat Helix in the team championship. Because I'm a math genius, I will go and work that out for you, because I've got nothing better to do right now. There's not really any on-track action. Team championship. If we'll load, right. Can try beat Helix in the championship. 98. Yes, they can. As it stands now, there's a 35-point gap. And Helix will be gaining 10 points. And Tri-Drive will be gaining 24. So that gap will go down, to 26 points. As it stands now, that gap will go down to 26 points, which it means they can mathematically still beat you, but it's unlikely. Like, it is mathematically possible for Cam to take the title, but it's quite risky if there's a second penalty getting added on. Two sick individual, who's currently running well so far. Cam's now bringing some air to his teammate, who's still getting penalties added on. Still. But Cam's just trying to close that gap down. The gap is 80 seconds between himself and Ricky. Ricky's fuel's not too bad. Schrager's actually got himself up to 7th, I've realised, as he's then going wide at turn number 5, letting PX4 through. And Phil, he's in the pit, so Phil's going... Oh dear, I know what's going on. Phil's out on the mediums, and if Phil's trying to free stop this... Yeah, right, I'm not going to say anything. A free stop I wouldn't necessarily recommend, but Vassal. Phil's race engineer. I'm confused. Oh no, it's Cam. He's race engineer and Cam, so that's on Phil. Yeah, no, my bad, people, my bad. Phil then, the first to use both sets, are actually not crazy as well. He's pitted. Fridge hasn't. Looking at everyone else who hasn't pitted. Well, those two have pitted, then gone on to mediums, and they started on soft. So yeah, they've used both sets of tyres. Well done. Well done them. Ricky, that was an awkward shift there. Yeah, that was a painful rev as he's approaching a back marker. He's actually approaching Phil. now isn't this a beautiful sunset? Cam's actually going to pick himself up 2.4 seconds off a penalty. Huber's getting that time gap down now to just over 5 seconds, and 5.8 seconds is Pino's slowdown penalty. So, as it stands on track, as it stands then, Cam will be taking 4 points out of Pino. Pino, this happened last time we was here with Casey, if any of you remember, where he built himself up an 8-second penalty. If anyone remembers that last season in Div 1, well done. The Corvette's tyres really not looking good, and in comes Cam on the undercut then. He's the first of the top runners to dive into the pit lane. Joseph and sick individuals, where will they come out? This is really the key question. Will Cam come out in traffic? Fuel is going into that into that night shift car. Out on medium then comes Cam. Schrager's into pits on 8% of fuel. But Cam's used both sets of tyres. Schrager into the pits as well. There's the BRT mechanics ready and waiting. It was the 6 seconds. Pino is now really struggling. I mean, those tyres as well aren't looking too good, especially compared to Huber. Huber's really taking some time out of him. He's off a second quicker each lap, isn't he? Yeah. Taking off a second out of him each lap, which isn't very good. Cam's got a 48-second gap to the leader. Oh, there's Pino nearly picking up some damage into the pits. He's going to have to come then. Don't mess up the entry. And there's another penalty, 7.2 seconds. There's BBR Huber as well. Shregu, where is Shregu's still up? Shregu's only just come out of pit lane, but he's on mediums anyway. So Shregu. And here comes everyone's. Ricky's still going nicely, but we're at the normal pit window, as here comes the Helix boys going a bit longer on their mediums. Now this is what I like to see. If you're going to go longer on your first in, do it on the tyres which are meant to go longer. Don't do the softs because it impacts your performance incredibly. Now for Pino, Cuba also has more fuel, also has less fuel, and they come out neck and neck. So then they both have done both sets of tyres, but who's going to have the better acceleration? Whenever Corvette's got a better top speed, out of the pits they come. Cam's well up the road from them. And that's PX4 as well coming out and potentially splitting these lot. They come down towards turn 4 then. PX4's trying to find a way through and he gets forced onto the grass. Or gets forced out wide there. That's really unfortunate timing coming out of the pits there. And this little squabble. There's Ricky coming into the pits. He's not someone who needs to really worry. Love cars behind, but these lot, they do. Sick individuals a bit deep and a bit tight so far. What's their gap to? They're going to be about 15 seconds behind. But Pino and Huber then, so far it seems like that Porsche of BBR Huber is a lot better on tyres. A lot better on its fuel than Alfa Pino. And Alfa Pino does like to corner cut a fair bit, apparently, it seems. Race leader into the pits though. And away he goes then on the mediums. So Ricky becomes the 7th driver to use both sets of tyres. There's Fridge having a bit of an adventure. And everything's going a bit crazy. Fridge yet to pit. PX4 yet to pit as well. Both BRTs running 10th and 11th then. Not crazy. He has pitted. Fridge hasn't. He started on mediums. So it's PX4 and the 3 people that started on mediums, and I think Huber needs to actually step his pace up a bit here, but okay then. Has Sig pitted? No, he has not. Alpha Pino still getting used to track limits, it seems. You would have thought near enough 23 minutes into the race he would have found the limit, but apparently he hasn't up at the front though. Is it going to be in this lap for these boys? The gap to the leader, 19 seconds. Sick individuals letting Ricky through the faster cars. Sick going to be into the pit lane. No, and Ricky, even if he had any ideas, Ricky's kind of there and still battling. Is Sick going to push Ricky a bit here to the edge? Is he going to go for a bit of a battle? He's on worn mediums, but Ricky, the quicker driver, the fresher tyres, comfortable for him. But I'm sure it is then in this lap for the Helix boys. Huber and Pino still going at it. The difference is 7.6 seconds worth of a time penalty. Now, PX4 actually pitted and was on this place in merit. That's Alpha Pino running very dangerous, but when these lot come out of the pits, then we could actually be seeing something interesting going down. Joseph, will he actually go a lap longer? And they're taking these tyres. The tyre management's pretty good. They're taking it fairly long. But how long is too long where they start losing time? I mean, Ricky's closing down quite quickly on him. He's 8 tenths off his best. But he's showing decent pace for mediums. So in this lap, yes or no? He's approaching the 25-minute mark, which I'd say is a decent time to come in. And he stays out, so he's going on a Valaxic individuals though. There's the red light on his car, I'm sure. Will he be in? No, he goes again. So I think he thought about it there. Now, unless the Helix boys have been told to try and go longer, they're now going to be losing too much time on track when it comes to an overcut, but they're going to have to make up a lot of time. When everyone else is on their mediums, they're going to have to find a lot of time in their softs. There's PX4 finally coming into the pit lane. Fridge, he will also be in this lap as he's nearly out of fuel, so that will promote Schrager into 9th. And maybe PX4 has got a lot of fuel to take in. PX4 going a long way on soft tyres, so his fuel, what was his fuel like? He was on a red light, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do on mediums. He's taking his softs a long way, but I don't know why you're going to go that long. You're going to do it on softs, that baffles me. Fridge and PX4 then into the pits. Away goes PX4 on the mediums with a full tank of fuel. Joseph, there's a call for box, there's a call for in as he's just approaching the back mark. That'll give him a bit of a tow, but Ricky's taking a lot of time out of him this lap, and Joseph round the outside of Phil and into the pits he will come. Sick individuals as well, just having a look at Fridge. What tyres is he going on to? We won't know yet. We know 6 going on. Phil's also in, so Phil's definitely trying to do a free stop here. He's in quite early, I must say, but Fridge. Phil may be trying something for Div 2 tomorrow. Joseph and Sick then. The 2 Helix boys, there's the fuel advantage for Joseph. %6 fuel advantage. Joseph, hello. There we go. Joseph taking pretty much no fuel. And I think we've seen this one before. This sort of strategy rings a bell. Everyone use both sets of tyres now, but this strategy rings a bell. And they come out not crazy. Is he actually going to split Sick individuals? No, he's coming comfortably down the back straight then. Joseph. 15 seconds off Huber. Now I believe these lot are going to try and go. They're going to do 10 minutes on this or something. They're going to go something ridiculously slow. There's Phil getting out of the way. But now, how will this work? Well, when everyone's into the pits, everyone will then come and pit, say the 20-minute mark. If they're doing for Ruben, they're going to pit at 20 minutes. Well, if everyone else is on 0% fuel, they'll be on, I don't know, maybe 10? No. Looking at everyone's fuel now, actually, Ricky, Cam, they're not far off. Huber's still close to the back of Pino, so actually they won't gain much time unless they start being conservative, but they are on the softer rubber, so now they need to make the most of the softer tyre if they want to gain as much time as possible. Schrager's currently down in 9th. PX4's on and just gone on to medium, so he's actually jumped. PX4's actually jumped Schrager by going long. That's interesting. Cam's 2.6 seconds worth of penalty. Everyone falling a victim, it seems. Huber very close to the back of Pino. Huber, fun fact, yet to get a podium in GTL as well, so his first podium will be. So far it's on the cards, especially with Pino's penalty. If Joseph and Sick can close that gap down, that'll be good as well for them. Up towards turn 13, then Huber just sitting in the back, hoping he needs a good exit here. This is the real, it's now a run up towards turn 1, even though there's 2 more turns ahead. He's tucked in the back. He's going to have a long slipstream all the way down to turn 1. That Corvette is better on a straight line, though. So Huber, yeah, even in the toe, he's losing out. So he's going for a late move, though. Huber thinks about it. Alpha Pino goes a bit deep and gets a bit of the penalty. And what is he doing? He completely cuts the corner. And that is just questionable from Alpha Pino. That was a questionable move. He's going to try and get it around the outside, back at 5. It's going to be the inside line up through 6, and going to be comfortably ahead with that power of the Corvette, but completely gets done through turn 1. So at turn 2, he goes off on Pino. Surely there's got to be a warning here. He was dangerous on the first lap at turn 1. He didn't even get a penalty for that corner cut, I've just realised. It's like he's driving in an F1 open lobby. I mean, he leaves them space there through 12, but I'm confused. Joseph's taken 3 seconds out of him. A 30.7 for Joseph. Now, where was this in qualifying? There's Huber comfortably going through now. He's off again. Is he going to continue carry? He doesn't even attempt to rejoin the track. That's 6.4 second penalty. Watch it go up to 7.5. 7.9. Now Joseph, last lap then. Now, if we had these sorts of laps in quali, we would have actually been for a brilliant race. I mean, Joseph is literally 500ths off the fastest lap so far. Joseph's currently on it. The way he's going with Pino, I mean, Joseph's gonna be in the penalty range. He's gonna be in the window. And like Helix has said, there may be more penalties to come. So whereas Alpino is just struggling, he didn't have the pace in qualifying either. He just... This isn't being a good race for him, I must say, around Interlagos. But now, this could actually be really beneficial to Cam, as Joseph's still going quicker. Joseph's still gaining time. Yeah, in Season 1, because one was on strict and one's on weak. The penalty system in Season 1's on strong. This is on weak. When the corner clicking penalty is on weak and he's still at 7.8, there's a bit of a problem. And Pino may get protested, which, if he does get protested and they do give him a penalty, that's another 5 seconds. Which could drop him towards 6. Depending on what happens now, he could get dropped towards 6. If Joseph passes him, then if Joseph passes him, that means they're going to be tied going to the final round, which on countback Alpino would win, even if Alpino in the final round didn't score any points and Cam did, and Cam got all 18. Cam, to keep everything alive, he needs to score, he needs the fastest lap as well. Yeah. Now for Pino, again, he's struggling through turn 13 there. He's really slow out there. And Joseph just gained so much time on him. If you look how that gap, he's gained a second just through turn 13 alone, of just through 12 and 13. That's baffling. And Fridge is and Joe's coming up towards back markers, so down towards turn. I mean, Fridge probably will get out of the way here. He's I think he will, and we'll see. But down, Joseph will get a tote down towards turn 14 or down towards turn 4 all the way. I wouldn't say he's got. There is now a podium. What would be a brilliant driver, I must say. Joseph. Fridge Fridge very late getting out the way there, I must say. Doesn't lose much time though, but that was a very late effort from Fridge to get out the way. Pino slowly getting time off of his penalty, but the minute he gets it down, the minute it goes back up again. So this is news to Cam West, which will be helping. He'll love to hear it. Not crazy getting out the way of PX4. Did he think that was a blue flag, or was he just wanting to get all of time off? And look at, not crazy, his tyres. His mediums are spent. Now, when did he pit? His mediums are spent. Shregu, he's 4.6 seconds off 8th, the final point. Ricky's got a 15-second lead. It's not as big as we've seen in the past, but his mediums are looking very good. The Corvette's tyres not the best. And see, Pino locking up. You can see in the bottom right his tyres. Oh, and he holds it nicely actually there going into turn 3. Thought it was going to go off there, but 3.6 seconds. And fuel-wise, let's have a look at this. Huber. They actually have more fuel than Joseph. 6-spinner saving a bit more. Again, I was confused with the overtake. I don't know what's going on, but he's just struggling. Last lap, Joseph, 2 seconds faster than him. And that gap between Joseph and Sick isn't going up either, so Sick's on near enough the same pace. Sick, half a second quicker than Pino last lap. There's yellow flags up ahead. Now, why are there yellow flags? Cam's nearly out of fuel. Can we see who caused the yellow flag? Ah, right. Who's in 9th? Not Crazy's. Not Crazy's got damage. Not Crazy's. Is he waiting for everyone to go through, or what's going on? He's parked the turn 1. Has maybe he had a game crash or something? Could have said that afterwards, but there we go then. That's Not Crazy retiring, causing a yellow flag. That's probably a warning. Probably could have backed out and then gone and done it, which that does promise Shrey going to 8th though. I believe that might be his first points if he can keep it that way. Pino and Joseph, what a surprise! And it's going to be the softer compound as well for Joseph, and the younger. The fresher and softer compound, and this is just going to be one of the easiest moves of Joseph's career, surely. Alf Pino, 8.5 seconds on the penalty. Wide at 13, Joseph's really going to be hunting him down. There's Cam into the pits with 1% fuel. He did lose a fair bit of time there, having to fuel save, but we are around about that 20-minute window, but just over. It was just over last time as well. Pino finally breaks and decides to pit. Joseph could have actually came and followed him. Maybe he's going to hope that this overcut can work a bit then. But Pino will be going on to the soft tyre. Huber will be getting some time. And actually, Joseph is gaining on Huber as well, I think. Joseph last lap was actually 2 tenths slow, but I think that was because it was behind traffic. Now, this lap, they've only had 1 DNF so far. As Joseph getting off second slowdown penalty, but he's gaining on Huber this lap, I think. I don't think it's going to be enough. Joe's sick individuals as he picked up damage somewhere. He's 1:36 last lap. That was quite slow. Cam's going to come out in 5th, a minute off the leader, and Alfa Pino nearly hits the barrier there. Now, if he gave himself damage, that would have been embarrassing. 8.2 seconds is the gap. So far, the Helix boys having a good strategy. This is the first time, really, that Helix have. Wow, actually, we can't say anything yet because it's not really over. Fridge looks like he's potentially actually trying to one-stop here, but his fuel looks like it's going to go a bit over. So one-stop may be a bit off the cards. Trig was a big lead to Fridge as well, but 40 seconds lost in the pits, that seems possible. Sick and Joseph. When will they pit? That's the biggest question in my mind right now. When will Sick and Joseph pit? There's Fridge following the blue flags. What a man. Getting out of the way quite easily. Good man there, Fridge. Well done, mate. And here comes Shregu. Oh, him and Fridge is going to be a close one. He's going to be on mediums. So does Shregu feel like he's quicker on the mediums, or is that a misclick? He has used both sets of tyres. Now this is interesting. I also don't know where I picked up that half-second penalty. Maybe it was in the pit exit. Ricky still holds the fastest lap, and so far he's taken home all 18 points, which is hardly surprising. Now, I said something to the Shard Drive boys, it's like, why can't Lucas win? Well, put it this way. The gap between first and second is bigger between second and third. So Cam actually, if Cam came second here, the way it stands, I don't think Cam would have just got 15 points. I don't see it. He wouldn't have got pole, and I don't think he would have got fastest lap. But no. Hube's into the pit anyway. Cam 2.3 seconds on the penalty. This is what we need to be looking out for. He's sure going to be comfortably ahead. 31 seconds in the gap between himself and Huber. The gap was 39 seconds between Fridge and Shregu, and then Shregu just came out just behind him. So you lose about 40 seconds in the pits. Bro goes onto the soft tyre, but Cam will be comfortably ahead. Pino's coming through this. You can see there on the mini-map, there is Huber. Top right-hand side, top right corner, and the undercut from Pino is really going to work here. He's not going to be able to close up too much. He's going to be in the slipstream road to run down towards turn 4. But 8.1 seconds. He's got to get off. Joseph in this lap for sick individuals as well. And what tyres Pino gone on to? They're going to be about 4 seconds back depending on how much fuel they take. Now, if they only need to take about 70% fuel. Do not full tank it, would be my advice to Joseph right now. Do not full tank. Cam's coming up through the final turn now. And final little kink, there's Shregu in 8th getting... He actually made pretty light work of Fridge, it seems. Even though he's on the mediums, which is interesting. Phil... I don't quite know what strategy he's gone for, but he's done it, and okay, 57% fuel. Pino's coming through the S's, and Pino might be drag racing a bit here. There's Joseph jumped Huber as well. Joseph might have jumped Huber, and if he can manage his fuel nicely, he's got just over half a tank of fuel. And Joseph's now up into 4th, and if he is to pace like he did on the middle stint, he's going to have to manage his fuel nicely though. But if he can just find the time, he's got the fresher tyres. If he can find 6 seconds on Cam, Cam's got a penalty to deal with as well. But Joseph's picked up a second penalty from where? Joseph very deep. Oh, there's contact with the Porsches. That was a very deep line through turn 7, through turn 8 then. He's going to get forced onto the Astra, and Huber's going to be back up into 4th pretty quickly. PX4's into the pit. He's in 7th, the gap between himself and Shregu, 50 seconds. Shregu won't really be budging him there. Oh, what's Pino doing there? Pino. Very shaky. Sick individuals into the pits. Then Ricky, he's coming out. He's on 82%. Ricky just absolutely nailed this. But Joseph, the way it stands then, the Cam is in for a very helpful day in the offings. 12 points Cam will be taken as it stands. Joseph's going to have something to say about that. Anyway, Alpha Pino, Joseph, Sig, they're also coming through. Sig going to be quite handy. Huber and Joseph, they're going at it now. Where does Sig come out though? What's the gap between Sig and Pino? That's all the mask. If Pino's penalty keeps deciding to do this, it's not going to be good. Sig, away he goes. Now I'm interested then. The gap between Sick and Pino, it's going to be about 20 seconds, I think. Now what's the time gap? Pino and Joseph still going at it though. Through turn 7 we go, up through turn 8. So where they had a bit of a coming together last time, we really don't want to invite Pino into this. But Pino, the gap, 19 seconds, so near enough right. Now, Sick individual needs to find 12 seconds on track. It's possible, it's going to be extremely hard though. Huber's caught behind Fridge and he's going to get past him. No. Oh, Fridge doesn't really get out of the way in time. That's going to allow Joseph to close right back. Very late getting out of the way, so that benefits Joseph more than it's actually benefited Huber as we come up towards turn number 1 then. Just a little kink here at 15 to go to final turn. It's not really much, just a little kink, but the long run is Porsche v Porsche. And penalties might decide this. Joseph's going to try and go around the outside here. Huber's going to defend the inside line. Joseph, how deep would he go into this turn? Tries to sweep it around the outside. He's going to be fairly... Where's Huber? Oh, there's Huber. The cameras in this game not the best. Yes, Fridge has done 2 compounds of tyres. Fridge started on mediums. Down towards turn 4, then just around the outside at turn 4. If he pulls this off, it's going to be brilliant. He forces Cooper onto the curb a bit there. Huber will force him off, little space left. Huber's picked himself up 1.5 second penalty zone. If Joseph's penalty might go up a bit fair for ignoring track limits, but what could he have done? There was a car on the inside of him. The inside at 6, he's going to get more of his penalty off through 7. This is benefiting Joseph, but he forces Huber off, giving him a taste of momentum. What he did down at turn 4, and now the inside at turn 8 goes a bit deep. Huber's going to try and find a switchback there, but he's now going to the inside line through 9 up towards turn 11. We go, little kink at 10. There's a lot of braking in the middle of a turn. Oh, Huber drifting there. That's going to do his tyres no good, especially when Joseph's doing an overcut. Anyway, he's going to have the fresher tyres. But this is going to invite Pino, and Pino's penalty as well, though. Huber's fighting for his maiden podium. Joseph, he's had podiums here before. He just wants another one to add to the tally. Right now, though, Pino will be taking home 6 points. Cam will be taking home 12. Pino will get it on the matter of countback. Now, the gap will go to 18 points. The way it stands right now, the gap between Cam and Pino will be 18 points. Well, that's fine, because you can get 18 points in a race, but Cam could tie it, but on countback on race wins, Pino would win. Cam will need to win fastest lap pole position. It will have 2 race wins, and I know Pino's had more than that this season. So Pino would win on countback. Almost definitely, I'm sure of it. But anyway, Pino will be your champion as it stands. Sick though, if he has anything else to say about it. Pino's penalty. That gap's come down. Purple first sector, he's gained 5 seconds so far. There's 10 minutes to go. This is not out of the blue then for sick individuals. This is still possible. Pino. There's Schrager in 8th, Pino 7.6 seconds. He's now got to be mindful of that penalty, because that penalty could be the matter of if he gets the title today, or if he's going to have to maybe hope he doesn't completely botch it next week at the reserved Laguna Seca, which was cancelled last week. Next week, 2 races, unless Div 1 decides to botch out on Sunday, which is unlikely. But there'll be Maggiore and Laguna Seca. Div 2 Maggiore. So far Huber's penalty really not doing him any good, but sick individuals and Pino, watch that gap as well. Up towards turn 1. Huber's not going to be close enough unless he goes for a late move, and I don't think he's that stupid to go and send it from that far back through the centre rest as we go. Pino, oh, Huber hits Joseph, and Joseph sent off there. That's really unfortunate contact, and Joe's going to have to take the escape road off. And he'll lose that position there, but let's have a quick look at that contact then. Huber, look, Huber comes round, he just turns into Joseph near. We can get an on-board of Huber there. He goes, and Huber just... I would say Joseph wasn't necessarily mindful of the space there. Joseph probably could have left a bit more space right now. Shregu currently running 8th, so this will be points from him. I don't think he's had points this season so far, so we'll actually quickly go and check that. Yep, Shregu yet to score points. So this will be good news for Shregu if he can snatch some points here. Joseph's fallen off. Joseph's now have to go into a bit of fuel saving mode here, so 4th, seeming a bit distant, but Huber's penalty is still there. It's not out of the question, but 15 seconds. It was a brilliant lap last time from sick individuals. Pino's last lap. It's not been a quick lap. from sick individuals. He's had problems, and Pino's actually taken off second out of him, but it's a 29.8 fastest lap for Ricky. That is marvellous, I must say. 7 minutes to go, and it's so far Pino's looking safe, and needs to find 8 more seconds. Sick individuals does. Joseph round the back already to Huber again, and now Joseph doesn't need to take too many risks. Huber's got that penalty, doesn't want to risk another crash, doesn't want to risk anything. Huber's there, the penalty is up for grabs. Or the podium anyway. Huber's going to have to start putting his foot down, or he's got to start nursing this penalty a bit. And Joseph, well, Joseph just has to sit in the back. And maybe do a bit of fuel saving because he's going on the target for fuel, because that little dash means about 5 minutes worth of fuel. I thought Nick needed to outscore by 2 points. No. Who told you that math? The gap is 24 points, right? If he outscores them by 2, that puts him on 26, right? 24 points. Who told you that? They need to go back to school. Whoever told you he needs to outscore him by 2 points needs to go back to school. He didn't need to outscore him at all. Cam needs to outscore him by 6 points to keep the title going. Or needs to outscore him by 7 points, actually. Whoever told you needs to go back to school, because their maths appalling. But what's not appalling is this battle between Joseph and Huber. Joseph caught on the outside there as the ghosted car of Huber decided to reappear on the most unfortunate time. Huber's got 3 attempts off of his penalties to come back through. Joseph a bit twitchy through turn 11. Final 5 minutes. He's going to have to start fuel saving a bit. He does run the risk of running out of fuel. Pino, it's 3 seconds that lap. Well, 2 seconds, sorry. 2 seconds, 2 sick individuals last lap. Sick. Though there's a good 3 more laps, and if he takes 2 seconds each lap, he'll be gaining 6 seconds, which will put him comfortably in that window of Pino's penalty. Huber's 9/10 penalty. If Joseph just sits in the back, nurses his way through, he'll be fine. That is providing that Huber doesn't pull away or nurse more of his penalty off. Down towards turn 4, surely Huber could get a bit more off. Through turn 8. It's very tricky to follow around here as well. The dirty air is a bit of a problem, which could lead into Huber's benefit. But it's going to be a close one. It's going to be on the line, I must say. But down the straight, even if Huber's penalty's there, down the straight, if Joseph gets a good exit out of 13 on the final lap and just tucked into the toe, if Huber's penalty's still there, it's certainly not lost. But right now, Joseph's outside of that window for third. He needs to keep pushing, but so far the strategy's been brilliant nonetheless. The sick individual's further back. It's gained more time out of him, and Pino's tyres are really spent now. And Pino's tyres are a definite risk of a spin. So he's going to have to be careful now, and 2 more laps to go then for these two, between Sick and Joseph, between Sick and Pino. If he finds 2 seconds a lap, which he has been doing, he'll be fine. He didn't find it last time, he only found a second last lap. He needs to find more time. Cam's currently running happily, but Huber and Joseph going at it. Joseph's caught himself right back up. He runs wide at 4. Was he pushed off? Let's have a quick look at that again. Down towards turn 4. Joseph around the outside tries to go. Turns into Huber. Yeah, Joseph doesn't seem to be aware of that car on the inside of him. That just seems to be the problem right now. We can keep Huber busy, but don't stop him getting that penalty, that's fine, but still needs to keep himself in touching distance, and what he can't afford is an extra lap. Joseph's fuel hasn't red lighted yet, but it's looking like these lot, they're gonna have an extra lap. And there's the red light on for Joseph then. Now, did he under fuel too much? Joseph deep into the center S's, and now he's struggling for acceleration. You just have to think he's not got it in him. Pino, sick individuals need to find 3 seconds this lap. 1 lap to go. Ricky will have an extra lap. He's going to have a bit of a joy lap, and Cam will follow through as well with that one. Hubervo's got rid of all of his penalty. Joseph, he's going to have to fuel save a huge amount here. Through this middle sector. This is the good thing about this middle sector, folks. You can fuel save. You can do it. It is very much possible. But it's going to be a big ask. It's going to be a big task for Joseph to try. Oh, that's probably going to be his chance gone then. Because he fuel saving through this middle sector and then used the rest of his fuel down on that main straight. Put it into the highest fuel mode possible, get as much power out of it, but Huber will almost guaranteed take 5th here. Cam will have 1 more lap. But Huber then. The checkered flag still not out actually, and these lot might have an extra lap in it, which is going to be devastating for Joseph. Joseph's going to have to stop, surely, on the line just to make sure, up towards the line then. 2 seconds to go. Joseph will have 1 more lap, and he's on bitter edge of running. He's on the edge of running out of fuel. There's Pino taking the checkered flag. I think he's got a lot of his penalty off actually, up towards the line. I don't think sick individuals is going to be close enough. What's the gap? The gap doesn't actually go down, so Pino did get all of his penalty off in the end. And Pino will take 5th. And unless Ricky bins it, when Ricky crosses the line, we can confirm Pino as the champion. But Joseph will be safe to the end then when it comes to running out of fuel, because Pino's crossed the line. But Ricky, Schrager will get his first points of the season. Ricky will get his first win in GTEL. And this will confirm Alpha Pino as the Division 3 champion for Season 2. Cam West will come across the line. Not quite. Huber and Joseph still going out, but Cam West will come up second. He'll get second this time around, but it won't be enough points then to take it all the way to the final round. Huber will win the title. Sorry, Pino will win the title. Huber though, he's got 1 turn to go. 1 little kink, and Huber will take his maiden podium in GTEL. He will take 3rd for try drive, and Joseph will just come up short. That's if he doesn't get pro. That's if he. That's true. There's a 9-second gap. But right now, Pino is your champion. There we go then. Ricky getting the win. Confirmation of the results then. Ricky will get the win. Cam second, and Hugh will get his maiden podium. It's good strategy for Joseph to get himself up to 4th, and terrible race for Pino down 5th. Sick individuals didn't quite have the pace to catch Pino in the end. He will take 6th. PX4 will get 7th on a fairly odd but good strategy. Schrager will get his first points of the season. Then Fridge down in 9th. Phil in 10th with an equally weird strategy. And then Not Crazy in 11th. Thank you all for watching. Join me tomorrow 7 PM. British summertime. GTEL Division 2. The title is coming down to the wire. Join me tomorrow. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.